Have you ever said to yourself, why is it so hard? Why is it so hard to build a business, to start a business, to grow a business? One of the reasons might be is because you take on too much work and you burn yourself out. I know I've certainly done this in the past, and it's something I'm always conscious of. And I had a call today with a very close friend of mine, and we were talking about this, and I decided to share one of the modules we teach. It's called the Prosperity Prism. And it was a really, really great piece, and I want to share this with you because I think it could be useful for you if you're struggling to get things done, if you're struggling with implementation, if you find yourself procrastinating or getting overloaded or just saying, why is this not working? Why can't I get this done? This probably will explain to you what's going on for you and help you get some clarity on actually what you need to change to help you get things finished and to move forward with your business. I really enjoyed recording this. I hope you enjoy watching it. When you set up a business, there's different layers you need to go through in that business, or different frames of thinking, right? And these are frames of thinking about prosperity, okay? Now, when you start in the beginning, you need to think about how you actually save money when you start your business, because the risk is you go out and you buy all this different, you buy these cameras and you get these lights, and you buy these software products and you get Kajabi and ClickFunnels and Lead Pages and Webinar Jam and GoToWeb. You buy all these things because you think you need them, and then very quickly you realize you're spending 500 to 1,000. I know one person spending £26,000 a month, $26,000 a month on software solutions. That's before ads or employees. That's crazy, okay? But the reason that happens is because we don't plug in the first layer of thinking, which is actually about being a pragmatist, about being really pragmatic about money in the beginning, to cutting your cloth to cutting your cloth to measure, just spending as little as possible to get you started so you don't waste money, okay? And the reason you have to do that is because you have to do everything yourself, okay? So in the beginning, you may already have a sideline business. You might have a full-time business. This is a sideline business setting up, or maybe you've got some money to keep you going for a while, and you have the time to do it, or maybe you just want to do part-time for a while. So you need to be pragmatic in the beginning. You have to save every penny, but you need to be really tight with money in the beginning, because otherwise you'll blow money on stuff that you'll end up not using. And the classic one is monthly subscriptions, okay? You're paying hundreds of dollars per month on all these subscriptions, but you still don't have a product, you still don't have an offer, you still don't have any clients, okay? So before you get clients, you need to be very, very pragmatic, okay? That's cutting your cloth to measure and being scarcity focused, okay? You don't want to stay there, because if you stay scarcity focused, you'll actually attract scarcity focused clients, and they won't pay you, right? But in the beginning, you have to start with, how do I actually start with nothing? How do I get my first client without spending a lot of money, okay? So that's the pragmatist. But once you actually are up and running, once you've got a basic system in place, you've got a basic functional flow, you've got a basic offer, you've got a basic product, your basic business service you can provide to someone, then you need to think like a worker. And a worker, think about a worker. What does a worker do? A worker is someone who receives work from their boss, does the work, and finishes the work. So you need to be really focused now, moving from the pragmatist, which is like spending lots of time doing stuff, learning stuff, to now spending as little time as possible doing stuff. Your focus needs to be on the doing, not on the learning, not on the innovating, not on just trying to save money. You have to get things done, which means crushing hesitation, develop a sense of urgency becomes very important. Getting things done quickly, okay? Think of hourly rate. If somebody paid you to do something, they want you to get as much done as work as possible in as little time as possible. So you get more work done in an hour, then that's actually going to benefit you long term. So now you need to stop being the pragmatist and start working efficiently, working more productively, and start thinking about tools and systems that helps you get the work done more quickly. Okay, so that's the worker thinking of the Prosperity Prism. Okay, which means you need to have things like a daily routine, you need to have a schedule, you need to know what you're going to do and how you know it's going to be done. I highly recommend the book by David Allen on getting things done, which is all about having a way of tracking the work you do and getting that work finished. How do you know it's done? Okay, that's all about the work mode. Right, But so you've got your business up and running, you've got some little bit of work coming in, maybe you've got one client or a couple of clients, or maybe you're just working with free clients, or something like that, where you've actually starting to put systems in place. But now you need to start moving away from being a worker, and you need to start planning out how you're going to work, because now you need to build a business, okay? And that means you need to take on the thinking of the manager. So the manager now is about planning the work, not doing the work, okay? Because when you plan the work, then you want to do the plan out for your day, the week, the year, and then you have to separately work out what work needs to be done. Now, in an ideal situation here, what you'll start to do, you're bringing some money in, is you'll start to outsource the work that you do. And you should outsource everything that isn't core to your business. In other words, the stuff that you have to do, you must do. If you're a coach, you have to do the coaching work. But if you're bringing in a little bit of money in, now you need to start managing other people to do other things for you, like your social media, like your video production, like your VA, your administration, your bookkeeping, all that sort of stuff, your finances, your operational stuff, your community manager stuff. You can start to outsource that now as a manager, okay? So let's say you have that done. You've been a pragmatist. You've figured out one thing that works. You've reached out to the market. The market has said yes. You've got some customers. You've become a worker. You're working on it. You've got your hours worked out that you're going to work, and you've got everything sorted out for your week. And then you start to scale that now, because now you're getting busier. You have to become a manager, start to outsource part of that work, and think about how do we get things delegated. The next step then is that you've just managed to get one successful line of business, what they call in the enterprise world LOB, a line of business. You've got one thing working. Maybe it's coaching, maybe it's one-to-one coaching, okay? Now you need to think about how you create additional streams of income. In our business, we've got 8 different streams of business, okay? What are the other streams of business? So now you need to think about, how do we take what I already have and don't break it, and then add in new layers, new lines of business to that, and that's called becoming the innovator. Now the problem is, if you become the innovator before you get the pragmatist, the work, and the manager finished working properly, you'll end up innovating on new stuff before you actually have a line of business actually working. So the challenge is, you innovate in the beginning to come up with an idea, then you have to be the pragmatist and test if it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, then you have to dump it and find something that does work, right? But you don't really want to stay innovating till you've got one thing working. When you get it working, as a pragmatist, you save money, invest your time, it starts to work, you bring some money in, then you spend less time, you use tools to be more efficient, and then you want to start outsourcing as much as you can of that as a manager. And once you've got that line of business working, then you want to go and you want to innovate. So innovation then is about creating a new line of business, and you go back to the beginning again. As an innovator, you need to do the pragmatist, the work, and the manager for that new line of business. You get that working, that's a new stream of income. Then you create another line of business. You start off, you innovate it, and then you go back to become a pragmatist. You say how you can do it as cheaply as possible. Then you do the work, then you outsource the work, you become a manager, and then you repeat that cycle. Someone who successfully does that over and over again is what I call the enigma. So enigma is someone who not only knows how to plan the work, they know how to do the work, they know how to delegate the work, they know how to systemize the work, and they know how to rinse and repeat that cycle. If you can do that, you can do anything. So that's the prosperity prism. It's just a very, very gentle introduction. I often talk about it in my trainings, but I talk about it from a different perspective, whether it's about coaching or business or clients or therapy. There's always these layers of completion, and you have to complete each level to get to the next level. And if you don't finish those levels, then what happens, you'll actually get a hole you'll fall into, and you'll go around in circles. Okay, so find the level that's not working for you, fix that level, and you'll find it much easier to eventually become an enigma in the business that you do. Okay, so there you go. That's the prosperity prism. So if you enjoy this, please do like and subscribe. If you like, it tells the YouTube algorithm that you enjoy this, and it will help the algorithm to find other people who will also enjoy similar material to this. If you want to get notified of future videos about coaching small business growth, then please do so hit the subscribe button below, and feel free to reach out to me in the comments and let me know your thoughts and your opinions and views on growing your small business and on the prism, the prosperity prism. Speak to you all in the next video.